Hey everyone. So I know it's late in the day. Actually, this lighting really sucks, huh? Sorry. But it is late in the day, which is why the lighting's a little bit awful. Let's see if this makes a difference. Sort of, or if I shift a little, doesn't really work. I thought that might help, but it's not really doing anything. I actually think that it made it worse. Okay, well, at least now I know that this time of day, the videos don't work that nicely in here. And I'd have my bedroom light on, but it broke and I can't figure out how to get it to work. So we're just gonna have to go with this lighting. No, it's not the nicest, and I do apologize for that. Anyhow, this month's Ipsy is in, and it is, little teaser, it is palette filled. I did take a sneak peek in here to kind of see what I should already have on. So really, there's a good amount in here. So I just basically have just foundation on, and I use my Unique Stick foundation with my Kabuki brush and my Chocolate Soleil Too Faced bronzer with my Complex Culture brush. So let's start off with, where is the paper? I'm gonna peek in just to find the paper. Okay. And this month's theme is Let's Get Social. And I do know what is in this bag because I did choose to build my bag, which is an option starting between the 2nd and the 3rd of every month. You can choose 3 of your 5 items. So I did that. You can choose not to. And then it just has tidbits on the stuff in there. I personally would rather have the pricing, but hey. So one of the items in here is Violet Voss Creme Brulee Fun Sized. It's a little eyeshadow palette. I did think it was going to be bigger, but either way, it's very pretty. It is just a mini palette with tons of fall colors that I will swatch for you. I'll leave this palette to the side, and I will try on a palette. I just haven't decided what colors yet I'm going with. I will do that at the end of this video, because I also have this. It's called Moods by Laura Sanchez. This palette looks gorgeous. It says, with much love, I present to you Moods, a palette that defines who I am, on one hand sweet and feminine, and on the other hand strong and determined. I name the tones of this palette using emojis, which is our form of global expression. So visual that it breaks the language barrier. I want you to have a little bit of my heart in your makeup kit. And I will turn this so you can see what the emojis are, because obviously they're not like on the palette itself. So there are those emojis for the colors. And I did keep, usually I take this part off already. I did keep this just because of that information. And look how cool. This has to be one of the prettiest palette cases that I have. It's right up there with my Spanglish palette. I thought that was pretty. So this has a nice mirror. And let's get this off. It's very bulky for what's in here. But it does have, mine is messy for some reason. It must have gotten like, I don't know, thrown around a little bit. But it has some nice colors. Overall, I don't think it's like an, oh my gosh, I have to have this palette, because it doesn't have like everyday colors that I would use, but I do like it. It has this nice highlight. Well, I would use as a highlight anyway. So we'll dive into either that or this creme brulee palette, and I will swatch whichever ones I don't use also. And then there is Tarte High Performance Naturals Shape Tape Setting Powder, which I did not use a setting powder yet, so that will be nice. It says absorbs oil and mattifies, blurs, bakes, and sets, mess-free sifter, formulated with vitamin C for brightening. Ooh, and it comes in this pretty container. And it does have the little pad to dab that on. Usually I just use a brush, but I will give that a try since it came with it. This came as a pack. It's half caked, and it had these two colors together. I will do this, both of them, in this video. And it's called Instant Crush and ASAP from Caked Makeup. So that is 4 items, so one more. And this is Lovecraft Beauty Eyeshadow Palette. So I got 3 palettes in this one. And this, oh, I forgot to show you. But this is the bag. It's like a witchcrafty kind of bag, and it says, "Your magic." I do have to say, I do really like the bag. It's kind of cool. It's just a normal fabric-y feel. It doesn't have anything like special, but I just like that. And I like that this was one of the items that you did not get to choose. And I also believe that this is an item you did not get to choose. So these were the 2, and then I did choose the 2 other palettes and the lippy, just to kind of have it all over full look. Like I could use this and have a full set. Hey, Mom. So I am tempted to do something with this palette just because this is the one that came with it. And it's very dark, so I think that'll be kind of cool. I don't usually use those kinds of colors. And then maybe tomorrow, if we don't do anything, go in with this creme brulee palette. I don't know. That would match what I'm wearing right now, but I have done a lot of orangey looks, so maybe wait on that one a little bit. I could do something with this one. Let's go dark. Let's go dark. I'm going to use the Lovecraft Beauty Eyeshadow Palette. And I am going to use the color Juno as my base color. I did not prime my lids yet. I'd really like it if there wasn't all this shadow on here. And then as long as I remember, I will swatch those other 2 palettes. I know it's late in the day. It's like a little after 5, I think. Yeah. So normally I wouldn't even be doing my makeup, but this got in after 4, and my youngest was napping in here, and I did not want to wake him. For some reason, the mail always seems to come here late. All right. Let's see, what do I want to do? Let's go with that Juno color, which is a brown. I'm using the wrong brush. It does have a lot of fallout, so really tap off that excess. But the color seems super pigmented. This may have been a little darker than what I would normally go with. I'll show you. Hey, Hev, what kind of, see, you can see all that fallout right there. Since this is October, I think this is a fun, nice palette to go with, just because it is more of that spooky, like, darker vibes, I guess. These wouldn't be colors that I would normally use. It's not really like going on nice. This is like horrible compared to what I usually have. Like normally the lid is very easy to get to apply anything on. If you're on, say hey. So I can acknowledge. Sometimes it shows me all the names, sometimes it only gives me a few. So then in the corner, just trying to decide what I wanted to do. Maybe mix in a brown from creme brulee. Actually, I'm gonna mix in some of this orangey color. No. Okay, I can't think. Okay, I'm gonna use this Haley color. Okay, so you can't really see that. I feel like this is more of a shimmer that I have to like pat on with my finger. So yeah, I probably will go back in and use that orange. But this will make a pretty lid color. Like over the lid or cut crease. Okay, so I'm going to go in with that rusty, whatever, burnt orange color. We'll see how this violet Voss palette works. I just didn't want to go right into the black just yet, because otherwise I would just use the black with some of the white, which I still may go over with some black. Actually, I should have done that. I'm so indecisive when I have all these new palettes sitting in front of me and I just want to like use all of them. It's really hard to tell with this lighting. Alright, so then I'm going to take some of that waning, which is this black, okay, that is dark. Choose to have it lighter by going from the inside out. And let me know in the comments if you prefer when I like give somewhat of a tutorial while I'm doing it, like explaining my steps, or if you prefer for for me to just do the makeup and just chit chat. See, I do like that I mixed the orange in because it lightened it up some, so it's not as like in your face. And now that I'm playing with it, it would have been really nice if I used Juno as the crease color, waning in the corner, and then Haley as just a lid. But that's okay. All right, so then I'm going to take some of that Juno color again. And go over it, give it a nice even shade. And I'm kind of covering up that brown, or the orange that I put in, because I kind of changed my idea. There we go. That actually looks really pretty together. It's really hard to see in this lighting. Sorry, I was trying to make it work, but it's really hard to see in here. So then I will do somewhat of a cut crease. I swear that happens every time. Hey Miranda, I'm gonna do a cut crease and go in with waxing, which is that white color. How's work, girl? Sorry, my eyesight, I have to wait for it to adjust when I do this because it gets a little blurry. Alright, close enough. Oh, and I normally rate this palette, so I would give this a 5 out of 5 because everything in here is stuff that I would use or like, or whatever. I will say Ipsy is getting to where I like it way more than BoxyCharm. BoxyCharm has more surprise to it, which I could do with Ipsy if I chose not to pick my items. But I don't know, I like knowing that I'm getting stuff that I like. Oh, that's not too bad then. Pickup's decent. I'm letting that dry just a minute. Oh, it looks kind of nice with just concealer too. All right, so I'm gonna go over waxing, which is this white. So much fallout. So this would have been a nice highlight kind of color too. And I'm just packing that color in. And I'm going to take it a little bit over into this transition. Cleaned up to leave at 6. Okay, girl, have fun. As much fun as you can have at work, that is. The white doesn't have as much fallout as Juno did, and neither did the black. Juno is like the grayish color. All right, I actually like that. And then I'm going to go over the lid. I'm trying to use as many colors as I can. I'm gonna go over the lid with, I was debating on Kate, I don't know if I said that right, or Haley, so I think I'm gonna go with Haley. I'll swatch the other two colors. How bad was the mess the boys made? I still don't know where my 4D mascara is, which is no good because that is my favorite. They put my lipstick wands inside of my mascara wand, my mascara containers, my mascara inside of my lipstick. So like they ruined a lot of my mascara and my lipstick, really. They opened stuff that was meant for my sale site and used it, so I can't sell it. So there's like hundreds of dollars of makeup like ruined or opened, so like not usable now. Took over an hour to clean them up. There's still stains in my vanity seat that have not come out, and it was fun. I actually like this look. I wasn't too sure about it. It was a little bit dark for my liking at first. I mean, they thought it was awesome getting to play in mommy's makeup without mommy knowing, but and you know, poor Kurt, he was like, I suppose this is my fault. Like yeah, a little bit. You were watching them, but that's okay. I'm going to take some of this waxing. You'd love this palette. I know you prefer darker colors. You would definitely like this palette, Ed. I just would have liked it if it had a lighter, like, lid color. But like I said, you could use Haley if you like glitter as your lid color. Definitely gives me like fall vibes with this. I'm gonna take Haley and line underneath. If you don't want the smoky eye look, you could just leave these steps out. I'm just going to kind of buff it a little. I'm going to wipe off that fallout. I ended up covering up that brown, the burnt orange completely that I put on here. But at least I know that color was nice. I like it. It's way darker on the camera than it is in person. So that is the Lovecraft Beauty eyeshadow palette by Basic Rituals. And then I will swatch the two colors that I did not use, which are Orb, which is the darker blue, and then the He Cat, or whatever it is, which is the purplish shimmer. Okay, these two colors are gorgeous. Look at that. Gorgeous. And that was just a one swipe. Now I'm going to want to use those. They'd actually go really pretty together. Alright, so I'm going to put some mascara on, and then I will swatch those other palettes at the very end of this. And I am just going to have to use my Epic mascara because the kids took my 4D. I have no idea where it is. And if it's open and drying out this whole time, I'm going to like not be happy. This is one where I definitely would have liked to have had my 4D because it's way more like wow. Way more of a wow factor to it. Oh, Parker's throwing a fit about something. Not sure if you guys can hear it, but if you can, sorry. And the lashes are darker than they seem, but with the dark that I did underneath, it's not as noticeable. I'm going to go in with my little wand pick up all those extra little lashes. And the neighbor's dog is officially barking again. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can see it, but like inside of here, it's all brown and reddish from where they put like the brown, my brown mascara in here. Let me see if there's anything I could use as like a blush in here. I mean, sort of. Just think that might be really pinky. I guess if we want to go glitter, we can go. Let's use this for a highlight. I'm going to use this for some blush. I was thinking about using that, but I think it'll be too pink for this look. All right. Oof, that is a very vibrant. It has actually, oh, that is cool. It has a pink tone to it. If you can see that, it's like very pinky, but it doesn't look it. Like if you look, it just looks white. So little warning in the Moods palette. That you will get a hint of purple, purplish pink. That is interesting. I actually like it. It's not necessarily with this look, but when I go in with like a purple or pinkish look, this would be gorgeous. It is very, very, very pigmented. I'm gonna actually add a little bit more over here to match the other eye. And even comes with a nice little brush, which is cool. Dang, that is super bright. This may become one of my new favorite palettes. Okay. Let's see. Let me swatch this first. Oh, holy crap. Okay. It's more of a highlight. This color right here. It's more of a highlight than it is a blush. So let's swatch the pink and see how much of a blush that would make. Oh, that could make a blush. Let's try it. Oof, maybe not. Just try and wipe off a little bit of that excess. There we go. You wipe off the excess, it's not bad. Not a whole lot of fallout, which is nice. Just wipe that excess and then I go in with that highlight. Whew. Kind of buff it a little bit. Look at that shimmer. Very noticeable in a good way. So I did swatch for you this pink color, which is that top shade. Now let's do them in order, skipping the pink. Okay, so that's one swatch, which is not as vibrant as the one swatch right there. Now I'm going to do the bottom four. That's the top four of this palette. The mattes. The yellow is not noticeable, but that is one swatch. Okay, so the shimmers are definitely more noticeable. The pink is very light. It's kind of deceiving in this light, but it is very noticeable. I will say overall these colors are super pretty. I do like how they look and how they swatch, but I will say I definitely, if I have to go off of pigment, the Lovecraft Beauty is way more pigmented. But there is that, super pretty. Oh no, the brushy came out. It's okay. So there's that. Now we just have the Creme Brulee palette to swatch and then a lippy to do. All right, so I am going to go in order. I'm going to do this top row, starting with my thumb. So there are those 5 colors on the top. Ooh, that middle gold color, coppery kind of, is very pretty. So there are those colors in order. It's a very nice lid color. That was this row of colors. Now let's do the colors underneath. I'm gonna do these. Oof. Okay, now we're getting gorgeous. Look at those colors. Super pigmented. All of these were one swatch. So I will say this palette is gorgeous. That is the entire palette. Very, very, very pretty. Overall, the least vibrant colored palette is the Moods palette, but even that is very pretty too. It's just the matte colors that aren't as noticeable. Wow, I am super pumped about this palette, or all of these palettes. All right, so let's do the lippy. And then if anybody wants to see something from any of these palettes, let me know and I will be happy to do that. So I'm going to use the Half Cake in the color ASAP. ASAP. Let me see if I have a lip liner that would match with this. Sort of. Alright, we're just gonna go with it. I definitely should have exfoliated. went down a little far with that, so I was just correcting that. Alright. So it's got the nice little curved wand. I don't know exactly. Doesn't really look like it'll hug the lip. Ooh, it smells like it would taste delicious. I don't know. It does kind of hug the lip. It glides on beautifully. Really like this color. Wow, okay. It's already drying. It's pretty matte. Like, I just put that on. You can hardly see where I just, like, kissed myself. To do a true test, I will try this afterwards without any gloss over it, because to me the gloss kind of breaks down that matte finish. But just for the purpose of this video, I am going to go over it with the gloss that comes with it. This may be one of my new favorite colors. Really like it. Okay, this smells like, what are those things? Like, those glosses that you use as a kid that have, like, the flavors to them. Oh my gosh, that smells really good. Actually, I should have just done the inner part, like right here. Super sticky. Maybe like lip smackers or whatever those things are called. Yeah, it would have looked so much prettier if I only did the inner corner. Like the middle or whatever. But that's okay. I didn't think about it. Just a standard, like, lip gloss applicator, nothing fancy. Super sticky, so I'm not really keen on the stickiness, but it is super shimmery. Like, I should have, like I said, just on the middle, and it would have been spectacular. These two go gorgeously together. Huge fan. So the last thing is to try out this Tarte setting powder. And it comes with a nice little mirror so I can see all those fine lines and wrinkles. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Don't close back up. Although this would be nice to, like, have on here and then reseal it. But I'm not going to. Alright. I've never actually used one of, like, these little things. There's a lot in there. Like, when you take the lid off. I'm going to go heavier over my nose because those are my, like, sweaty areas. This kind of dulls down some of that highlight, but not too much. I will say you could do a full look with this month's box or bag. I'll have to see how this holds up. Maybe I'll have to go outside in the heat and test it, because otherwise it's already almost the end of the day, so it wouldn't get a true feel. I feel like this doesn't pick up as much, but I'll have to try it with a brush too, because I feel like the brush would get way more. So overall, 5 out of 5 for this month's Ipsy bag. This is a huge, I'm gonna drop it, huge success. Love these colors together. The swatches are gorgeous. Sorry, I should have tried to make it easier to show those. Anywho, I am going to hop off of here and finish off this day. If anybody has questions on any of these items, let me know. If you're watching this on Facebook, send me a message if you want in on any of like my Exchange Me deals that are on this Exchange Me page, or if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that little bell button, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Let me know if there's any other colors you would like to see or any changes you would like made to my videos. All right, bye everyone. Have a great rest of your day.